Hello YouTube, welcome to Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. I am Michael. Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to be talking about pumpkin pollination or fruit set. You know, a lot of Jamaican farmers plant a lot of pumpkin, especially what they call mixed cropping, where they have crops like the planting like I have here, or papaya, and then they plant the pumpkin as a cover crop. And the pumpkin now would be a short-term crop that add to their cash flow on their farm. But the pumpkin is not only providing a cash flow readily available, but it is also providing what we refer to as a good agricultural practice or a benefit to the plants, to the major crop that they have, which is the plantain and the banana and the papaya, which is keeping the soil environment cool, keeping down the growth of weeds, because you know weeding can be a major input. And so therefore, if you plant the cover crop like pumpkin, it can actually reduce weed growth, retain moisture within the soil environment, and a host of other benefits, you know what I mean? Of course, lastly, the economic benefits, as I said before, which is the cash flow. But a lot of farmers just plant the pumpkin, and because we're so blessed in the Caribbean, and Jamaica specifically, to have good weather, then most of the time they get a good yield. But to maximize your yield and to get more out of your pumpkin, at the flowering stage, which is where the plants are now, there's a specific nutrient that the plant need. A couple of them, but specifically boron. Because boron is a micronutrient, and that is what is going to help the pumpkin to produce flower and to actually allow the flower, the fruit, to set. What do I mean? Here, this is a female flower, ladies and gentlemen. See, it have a small pumpkin at the base here and a flower at the top. I can tell you that this is pollinated, and this is successfully pollinated, because you can see the flower is now closed and this little fruit is developing. So that one is successfully pollinated. There's another one here. There it is. There's another one here. It is also successfully pollinated. What responsible for that, as I said, is the nutrient boron. Boron is a micronutrient that is involved in the reproductive process. And without that, then you will have what you call fruit abortion, which is, you will see the fruit come out just like that, but then it will fall off. Something similar to this right here. See that pumpkin right there? And it fall off. It was actually pollinated and then it fall off. That's what will happen if you don't have the nutrient, boron. So the boron fertilizer that I use is Calmax B from Omex. It's loaded with calcium, and calcium is another nutrient that the plant will need too, you know. But most of our soils in Jamaica have good amount of calcium based on the parent material that our soils derive from, which is limestone. However, we're not going to take that for granted, because by planting and planting over and over on the same piece of land, sometimes calcium can become depleted within the soil environment, and so therefore I use the Calmax B. So remember now, and I said, Omex, you need to reach out to me now, because I'm doing a lot of work with your fertilizers and doing a lot of advertisement, and I can see they're selling like hot bread when I go to the farm store. So ladies and gentlemen, remember, if you have your pumpkin, at this stage you need to feed them with some micronutrients, specifically boron. The Calmax B fertilizer does not only have calcium and boron, but it also have other micronutrients like iron, magnesium and so forth, which are important also at this stage. So you'll find out now that one pumpkin vine on my farm can carry up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pumpkins, while others, on average, maybe 2, because the plant not going to support more than the amount of fruits that it can carry in terms of what it has available in terms of the nutrients reserve. So if you feed the plant more nutrients, then the plant will do more for you. So remember, Calmax B. Additionally, ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, you need the nutrients potassium, which is a macronutrient, referred to as a primary mineral. The plant needs that in abundance at this stage. So a lot of potassium in short, boron, calcium, and the other micronutrients are what the plant needs at this critical stage of development, or what we refer to as production or reproduction. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and remember to continue the discussion in the comment section. If you have anything that you want to contribute, put it there. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for stopping by at Home and Garden Fix and Tricks. For Home and Garden Fix and Tricks, I'm Michael. Peace.